In today's video, I'm going to show you how to design this flyer in Pixellab right now. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Good. So let's delete everything and start from scratch. Okay, so we have this over here, and our working space is going to be that of square, that is 1:1 aspect ratio. Okay, so what we have to do first is to change the background color, and I'm going to use white for the background. So let me just do that quickly. So after setting the background color to white, then we can start with the other elements that we have to bring into the space. So I'm going to tap on this hexagonal tool over here. Once I tap on it, I'll tap on import, and from import I'll select my first resource that is going to be used for the background. So let me go through my gallery quickly and pick one. Good. So this is what I'll be using, and I'm going to leave the link in the video description for you to download it. So I have to make sure that the aspect ratio is correct, that is 100:100, the width 100 and the height 100. So at this point I am going to reduce the opacity of it probably to, let's say, 8%. So I'll tap on the check mark and come and lock this layer. After locking it, I'll import a shape like this, and I'll change the color to that of blue like this, and I'll bring it to the bottom here. The reason why we're actually putting this over here is to put some social media icon and a handle on it. Okay, so I'll tap on the check mark and go ahead and lock it as well. So at this point we can start bringing in our other elements like the logos and the other let's say confetti and stuff that we want to bring in. We can start bringing them in. So what I'm going to do now is to tap on the import icon, then I'll go and look for my logos that I'll be using. So let me just go through my gallery quickly and pick one. So I got a logo over here, the first one, and I'm going to reduce the size of it. Let's say something like this. Then I'll position it at the middle and I'll leave it there for now. Then go ahead and bring in the second logo. So let me check out for it. Okay, so I got my second logo over here, but the logo is having some black coloration around it. So I'm going to tap on this particular button over here, the circle one over here, to crop it into a circular one. Okay, so I'll tap on a check mark after this, then I'll go ahead and reduce the size of it by using the relative size tool as well. Okay, I think this size is okay, and I'll bring it to the middle as well. So at this point I'll use the grid tool to make sure that I position them well over here. So I'll just put them side by side like this. Good. Let me work on the second one too as well. Then bring it down. Okay, I think this is fine. This is fine now. This is okay. So we can now proceed with the other thing we have to do. So the first test I'm going to enter is Pensa. Okay, so this flyer is for Pensa KN. So I'm just going to say Pensa KNUST, and I'm going to make it all capitalized, then tap on OK. So at this point I'm going to use Montserrat fonts, Montserrat medium. So I'm going to reduce the size of it at this point. Let me do that quickly. I think 18 is not bad, so I'll use the 18 and I'll position it at the middle. Okay, so I'm going to use kind of center alignment throughout this particular flyer design. So let me just bring this one down like this. So I'll make a duplicate of it by tapping on copy, then I'll go to edit, then change it to professional guild. Okay, so I'll just write that quickly. Professionals guild. So now I can go ahead and make it capitalized, then tap on OK, and I also have to bring it to the middle like this, then bring it down quickly. I think this should be fine now. Okay, So from here we can now go ahead and enter the remaining message that we want to enter. So I'll make a copy of this, tap on edit, then I'll just work on this quickly. I'll just change the first letter of this to capital P and this one to capital G, like this. So I'll proceed with wishes all match. Let me do this well. All match bonds. Okay, so I'll leave it there like that and tap on OK. So from here I'll just bring it down to somewhere like this and I'll leave it over there. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and enter the other text like happy birthday. So happy, make it capitalized, then I'll go ahead and use a font like AKIRA expanded. So let me look for it. Good, it is right here. Then I have to bring this particular text to the middle like this. Okay, I'll leave it here, then increase the size of it a little bit. Okay, then try position it at the middle to see how it's going to look, and I think this is not bad. This is not bad. Okay, so from here I can go ahead and change the color of it, and for the color I'll be using the color that we used for the shape at the bottom. So at this point I can make a duplicate of it by tapping on copy, then tap on edit, then I'll edit it to birthday, make it capitalized as well, then I'll bring it down here and also position it at the middle just like this over here. But for this one I think we have to change the color to white. So once we change the color to white, we are going to give it a background color. So let's tap on background over here, enable it, and for the background color you're going to give it this blue color, and we have to scroll down and work on the radius of it. So I think 3 for the radius will be okay. So I can tap on a check mark and have a look at it this way. Pretty much it is cool over here and I like it. So what I have to do now is to enter the message, which is wishes you. Okay, so what I have to do now is to enter the message. So I'm going to tap on a text, then tap on edit, then I'll have to enter the message, and I think I have the message over here. Okay, so the message is, may you live to fulfill your dreams. So I'll tap on OK, and for this message I'm going to use a font like let me see, one script font. So let's say photograph. Okay, photograph, that's the font I'm going to use. So yeah, I've gotten it over here, and I'm going to increase the size of this text a little bit. Okay, so I think let me reduce the size a little bit. I want it to be of the same size as the happy. Okay, I mean in terms of the length it should be the same as the happy. Good, I think this is fine now. So I'm going to change the color to that of the blue black, the blue coloration that we use over here, and of course I'm going to change the remaining colors for the remaining text. So I'll change everything to the blue black or the blue that we are using. Okay, so pretty much this is how to design a flyer. So the remaining thing to do is to add something like a confetti, and I've downloaded this from the internet, and I'm going to leave the link in the video description for you to also download them. Okay, so let me just pick it up quickly and see. Good, this is what I'll be using. So I have to reduce the size of it a little bit, then I'll bring it down to the corner over here like this, and I'll make a duplicate of it by tapping on copy, then I'll go to crop, then change the orientation of it to this way, and I'll bring it to the other corner to like this. Okay, so at this point I can go ahead and enter the social media handle like I said earlier. So I'll just tap on edit, then what I'll enter over here is YTCF, which stands for YouTube, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook respectively. So I'm going to change the font to that of the icon, and it is right here. Okay, if you're looking for this font, just type icon and you see it in my font package. So I'm going to push it to the bottom of this work right here, then bring it to the middle, and after that I have to change the color to white because it has to be visible. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the size of it now to, let's say, 19 is not bad, so yeah, I'm going to use 19, and I'll have to push it down a little bit and see how it's going to be. So at this point I can just make a duplicate of this KNEST at the top, then bring it to the bottom as well, then position it at the middle. So what I'm going to do is to actually change the color of it, but before I go ahead and change the color of it, let me just position it. Then now I can change the color of it successfully without having to worry about the position and stuff. So yeah, pretty much this is how to design this flyer. Okay, so the most important thing over here is preparing your background, and I've shown you how to do that already at the beginning of this video. So I hope you actually learned something out of it and you are going to apply it in your next design. So this is Gozo here from Serene Art, and of course don't forget to hit that like button on this video and also subscribe to this channel if you are new over here. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bless up.